Welcome to Wisdom Talk Radio, a collaborative community of explorers in conscious living. Welcome to another special episode of Wisdom Talk Radio. You know, each time we gather, usually I'm with someone else and I'm interviewing someone else as we explore the depths of conscious living and what it means to truly live an expanded life. So in today's special episode, I will once again be reading from Unconditional Remembrance, Your Connection to Source. And as always, I invite you to join us to be inspired, encouraged, transformed, and to tap into a deeper sense of joy and of possibility. So as I sat here before hitting record, I was with, what is it that I wish to explore today? And what is it I wish to explore with you next? And this is from the chapter called The Primary Relationship. I feel myself in an altered state. This is a state of remembrance. It is filled with realizations upon realizations. The moment has come to embrace even more deeply where this is going. And then, as with so many parts of this book or places in this book, there are places that I have indicated where this is something that's coming through. It's not my usual writer's voice. And it's short. This is the path that you have chosen for this book. It has chosen you, and you have chosen it. It works both ways. In truth, it is your heart's desire. So going back to my voice, they're both my voice, but let's talk a little more about the power of love. Not love in the abstract or in the emotional. Emotional love takes its toll on you. It doesn't nourish the cells. It sends you up to the top of one hill and down into another pit. There is no ground or grounding. But when you take the fullness of unconditional love overflowing within you, then you realize that this vibration of love brings you to a place and a power that does not exist elsewhere. So let's put the old concept of love to bed. Ignore the songs and the poems that speak about romantic love. Not that there is anything to struggle against in that. Of course, it may even be the avenue through which you come to realize the bigger picture that is possible. But so often we get caught up in measuring and comparing, as in, who loves who more? And does he or she love me truly? That we forget what is possible and ignore what is real. The vibration of unconditional love can come alive in relationships. There it can be the foundation upon which you create a way of living that feels truer. With the realization of the inner primary relationship, with the remembrance of the love from which you came, you can put into place a foundation of truth in your personal relationships. It only takes one within the relationship to remember and to hold that vibration. That vibration acts to remind and recover the remembrance of the original connection. And that is the original connection of you with Source. It helps the other to recover their own remembrance. This creates a unique opportunity to work within the system of any relationship, whether it is romantic partners, parent-child, or employer-employee. In the 80s, I taught a seminar called The Nature of Love and Management for the Oregon Zoo in Portland. I was exploring the impact of love on an organizational team where their manager held and led with an understanding and acknowledgement of her own inner connection. I saw that living from an awareness of her connection brought a rich ground of unconditional love that fostered communication and innovation. Her team's capacity expanded to create innovative display solutions while working within budget constraints. Concurrently, the team's reported job satisfaction levels rose dramatically. The nature of love in management centers on the recognition of the uniqueness of each person. It has to do with recognizing the true nature of each person's divinity so that there can be that light for others. In fact, it's not important whether this happens from the top down or the bottom up, whether the person is the CEO, a manager, or an individual contributor. The only thing that matters is the vibrational shift, elevation of frequency, that's what I mean by vibrational shift, that takes place in the team with a conscious, aware person in the mix. Each organization has its own creative intelligence. In order to tap into the highest level of performance, the power of collective genius becomes available when each team member comes from the field of unconditional love. Then they step into their unique strengths, talents, and capabilities as they relate to creative intelligence, the connection with the field. As a trainer, as part of teams, as a consultant to teams, and as a leader of teams, I've had countless experiences of this power of love in groups. It's never necessary to speak about love. That would, after all, be merely talking about and not a direct experience. But it is certainly what people experience when they feel honored and acknowledged for their own unique being. They are able to contribute to the whole from the essence of who they are. This connection with themselves and their creative essence is mirrored in their connection with the team. This is what fuels true innovation and co-creation. And I might add, it is what fuels change on the planet. It is what fuels change to happen in every segment of our economy, our business, our relationships, our society. So my question to you today is, how can you bring a direct experience of your own remembrance into your life today? Will you? You're invited. If you've enjoyed this, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Enjoy it. Share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Start a conversation, because it's the conversations that get people interested and intrigued and thinking about things in ways that they wouldn't ordinarily. And if you'd like to leave a review, that would be wonderful, because leaving a review wherever it is that you listen to your podcast helps that sharing to extend even farther and helps that change to go even farther. So until next time, until the next special episode of Wisdom Talk Radio, this is Laurie Seymour of the Baca Institute and host of Wisdom Talk Radio. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us here at Wisdom Talk Radio. We wish you well in your conscious explorations. For more information and to join in the conversation, our website is wisdomtalkradio.com or at Wisdom Talk Radio on Facebook.